Chris, do you find it interesting that Ryan has Kawhi Leonard, but he's made Derek Favors the go-to guy?
Yeah, it's a choice.
Ooh, that's not a foul.
You know, I find it interesting that it's a one-point game and my game plan is working.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Get that out of here.
Oh, okay, okay.
To the middle. Here's Ginobili.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Anthony in at the 5. And for the Cavaliers, Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point. So, Greg, with the season winding down, a lot of what-ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
Now, here's Mitchell. Makes it off the glass.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And the Magic with possession. Wagner with it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
To the paint, here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his team.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Minnesota. To the inside, Banchero, and finished off by Banchero.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now here's Allen. His last outing, 16 points for him. That's tipped. Stolen by Carter. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Banchero.
And this kid is just a natural-born scorer. Banchero can post you up, face you up, and also beat you in transition.
And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues, Clark, to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
Here's Wagner. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. And there's Banchero on the assist from Wagner. Banchero's got 7 points.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Mobley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses. You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Here's Mitchell with the drive, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
Now here's Anthony. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Inside, here's Wagner. Mobley with the block.
Well, this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
Mitchell outside. Puts up a three. Offensive rebound. It's Strus on the wing. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. Garland, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. And here are the Cavaliers now, following the miss by Gary Harris. And that one's good. Hunter.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter of the game. Harris inside, covered by Mitchell. Hunter, the pass to Mobley. And the layup falls. Mobley's got 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Black. Mobley comes with a double team. Pass to De Silva. Here's Bitadze, covered by Mobley. The Magic again can't hit.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
On the wing, Harris. 27 seconds left in the first. Going inside and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Mobley kicks to Okoro. Mitchell left side. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Cleveland with a 10-point lead. So breathing breathing room heading into the break, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
You know, something else they've done really, really well, and I know the analytics don't support it, but they've made the most out of their mid-range jumper opportunities.
We've got Green. Jared Allen is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Jerome, and at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Batadze. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, the leaking ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Grizzlies in Memphis. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there. Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Batadze, defended by Allen. Batadze can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Oh, Hunter in position. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Banchero just attacking the rim, going up over the defense that time.
The Cavaliers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Jerome passes to Hunter. Here's Jerome, covered by Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's Mitchell missing. The Magic trail by 10. Banchero passes to Anthony. And the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Banchero. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
He misses the free throw. Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. They wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Garland with the bucket.
Gritty bucket. Garland knows he's going to take contact, but does not back down.
Here's Anthony. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Garland with it. Picked up by Banchero. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That'll be his second foul of the game. Evan Mobley's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in. And so it's Cleveland with it. Mitchell dishes to Allen. Back to Mitchell. Mobley outside. Cleveland moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Paolo Banchero.
And to me, Evan Mobley seems like a fast learner. He adapted to the league play pretty seamlessly and is always looking for little ways to improve.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992. Jack went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Here's Black, guarded by Garland. Back to Isaac, pass to De Silva. And it's sent back by Allen.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by Isaac. The Magic trail by 8. Passes to Black. 1:14 left in the first half. Here's Harris. Good D by Mitchell. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Okoro's checked in. Here is Carter. Still scoreless. Pass to Black. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. And then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
There's Garland. And he uses the glass on the lane. Garland's got 6.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Now here is Harris, covered by Okoro. The pass to Isaac. Good D by Mobley. And so Allen will bring it up now for Cleveland. 8-point game. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And that concludes the first half. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a commitment to attack in the painted area. Get those high percentage looks, get things to happen. That's how they do it.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Right now, this game is being won and lost on the glass. When another team is out muscling you, sometimes you have to run more guys to the basket. Quantity can match quality if you can also be aggressive going after the basket.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Paolo Banchero, guys, has been exceptional.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look that he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
The Magic trail by 8. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Black is out there with Anthony, and it's Carter in at the 5.
A nice physicality there from Carter, going right into the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
And the first one drops. Carter hits them both.
You know, when we talk about the modern big, Carter Jr. is a great example of it. He can shoot, he boards it, he's got good size and a pretty diverse skill set.
Here's Allen. A kick out to Mobley. Outside Garland. And the 3-ball is good. Garland's got 11 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Anthony. And it's sent back by Allen.
Gotta be careful shooting it when Allen's nearby, showing how impactful he can be defensively.
Banchero against Mobley. And here's Garland for 3. Another shot. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Wagner against Truce. Now, Wagner. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Here's Anthony. Basket counts.
Clever call by Anthony there, using the pick and roll to create an opening.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. And Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, powerful a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team give up a bunch of second chance points, because oftentimes that points to a lack of effort. That's got to be the main topic of conversation during the timeout.
A different look now for Cleveland. Hunter comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Donovan Mitchell. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Black.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Garland, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Bitadze the pass to Anthony. Shoots over Garland. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Good on the second free throw.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
And here is Anthony. Here's Wagner. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
The Magic shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Poked away. Garland, the pass to Jerome. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
And he gets it back.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And Anthony's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 9 points. Wagner passes to Banchero. Pass to Anthony. Fires from deep. Another miss by Orlando.
And, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 6 here in this quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Javonte Green, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Okoro in for Garland. Harris outside. Isaac outside. Over Hunter. Mobley with the block. Now here's Okoro. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Green, the pass to Mobley. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris misses. The Cavaliers leading by 11. And Green slams it in.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Now here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Okoro. Here's the 3. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Cavaliers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And Green slams it in.
Yeah, recognizing the opening, and Mobley got it to his teammate there on a platter.
The Magic trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Cavaliers have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. He hits the second from the line. Here's Black. Hasn't made one yet. 16 seconds left to play here in the third, and he gets it to go.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Here's Jerome. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Outside, Green. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Cleveland. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back to the action in just a minute. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. Hunter's out there with that one. And it's Jerome in at the guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge. And if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Banchero, that's good.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Anthony with the bucket.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by Carter. Wagner kicks to Carter. Banchero looking around. Passes it to Wagner. Anthony, no one around. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Orlando. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Black. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Garland. Shoots over Wagner. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And I like seeing Garland use that mid-range area. He is so effective, and it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Wagner. Anthony trying to get open.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Anthony against Garland. Pass to Strus. On the wing, Mitchell. Over Caldwell-Pope. Here's Allen. Orlando grabs the miss. Bitadze's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anthony on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Anthony has no off switch, which I like. He's adept at attacking defenses and drawing fouls.
at the line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch pails with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
And both free throws good for Anthony.
You got to respect Cole Anthony's workmanlike approach to the game. He's out there to do his job and get results and not focused on putting on a big show.
Back to Hunter. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Wagner. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Wagner able to get the shot to go through contact and the and one on tap. Great determination that time.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Second, first team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Darius Garland, 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
So good at getting his team involved. Garland has become a difference maker.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Hunter. Both free throws good from Garland.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Anthony down low, guarded by Garland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting for Orlando. Cole Anthony taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Anthony. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Allen passes to Mobley. Here's Garland. Back to Mobley. The pass to Strus. On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Allen. And finally they hit one.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Evan Mobley.
You know, swatting down shot after shot, disrupting their offense. He kept their opponents off balance all night. He was a defensive menace, and they never found a way to deal with him.
Here's Anthony. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Anthony. Itaze. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Garland against Anthony. Garland left side. It's stolen by Anthony. And now the pass break. Banchero with the ball.
This possession is make or break, do or die. They need points to stay within reach.
And that one, good. Garland's got 6 in the quarter.
And Garland is doing whatever he wants on offense, looking absolutely dominant.
Anthony, the pass to Banchero. Mobley with the block. And that one's good. Wagner.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Magic trail by 6. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Anthony looking it over. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This dude, folks, has ice in his veins when the game is tight. Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
There's Garland. Count!
Garland doesn't let the pressure get to him. That's why he has the trust of his teammates.
Mitchell against Anthony. Down low. Here's Banchero. And that's an intentional foul.
Banchero, his 5th, second team foul.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Team foul. At the line for Cleveland, Darius Garland. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left in the game. .27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wagner. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Garland. Floats it up for Garland. Wagner finds Anthony. Trifecta.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Donovan. High execution from the team tonight. Did you think the focus was there collectively?
Most definitely. I think, if we don't focus, we might let this game slip away. But for us, it's continuing to plug away. And we're not at our 100% yet. We're not at our best, but we have a lot more things to improve on. But our focus and attention to details really was getting us through.
Looks like you're building towards something special, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.